So a lot of times we're thinking and asking ourselves, is there an actual way to have a sales conversation that takes us to the end? And the answer is yes. If you get on the sales call and you're like hoping and praying and you're thinking that you're gonna put yourself in this quadrant of asking a question and then waiting for an answer and then letting them respond, like, you're gonna find yourself in a place where you get to like 20-30 minutes into the call and you're like, I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. Like, it's a good conversation and I like her and it feels good, or I like him and they're friendly, but the question is like, how do I actually convert that? How do I take that and turn it into dollars? If you don't have a clear conversational path that allows you to go from beginning to the end, then you're gonna find yourself in a sea of conversations that don't turn into dollars. You're gonna be networking and generating leads, and you're gonna almost be, this whole wasting time thing just seems to keep entering. I don't want you to waste time, I want you to get to the result. We have a 5-step process on how to master any sales conversation. The beginning of it says that we've gotta be excited and we have to set the tone. Number 2, we've gotta really find out who this person is and what they're doing. And through a series of simple questions, you can ask an open-ended question, or a question that allows you to find out who they are, because you want them to shell and give you information. The more they give you information, the easier it is for you to take the conversation so that you're in control and not reactive at the end of the sale. The third thing that you've got to do is you've got to find out what's happening in the, like, why do they need you, right? And it might be the challenge or the problem. Like, find out why they need you. Number 4, this is where you insert your story. Dun, 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 dun. This is where you change the game. You've asked, you've set the tone, you've laid down the foundation, and then we insert our story. Your story is literally the number one asset that you have. It's not just like an asset, it's kind of like the thing. It's the thing that separates you, and it's the thing that answers the 4 questions that we have to answer in business in order to get paid. What problem am I solving? Who am I solving it for? What gives me the right to solve it? Why do I want to solve it? If you can answer those 4 questions in the framework of your story, then what happens is that you set yourself up for that person to go, oh my flipping gosh, this person is the solution. Not a solution, the solution. You don't want to be a solution, you want to be the solution, the only thing they're looking at. And then number 5, you gotta ask. If you don't have a framework right now, for setting up your conversation, you should totally grab our How to Master the Sales Conversation. And if not, and it's simple. Why? Because it's 5 easy steps. And if you can rinse and repeat that, then your sales conversation will go from, I don't really know, let me get back to you, let me talk to my husband, my wife, and the dog, to, you know what, damn it, how did I live without you my whole doggone life? And that's where you want to be in business. You want to be in a place where the person's like, flip, where was I without you? Yay, hip hip hooray, my problem is solved. And then, like, you know, bottles are being popped and like confetti is falling, and then like all types of amazing dope things are happening, okay? So in this 5 steps, have a framework for your sales conversations and stop guessing.